Hey everyone, this is Seth. Keeping it real. Hope you guys are having a super awesome day so far. And oh, I better turn down the volume on here. Done. Okay, perfect. The other window had YouTube open. I just wanted to make sure that was not still on volume, so I didn't get feedback. But anyways, hope you guys are doing really well. I see we have people here already in the show. Guys, we're going to start we're just going to jump right in. I just want to say hi to everyone. So glad you're here. This is going to be intense. We're going to move fast. Very quickly. Thank you so much, Mr. Scoggins, for already sharing 3 products. We're going to look at those immediately. Dr. Potato, it is great to see you. I don't know why, but your name is just catchy. Dr. Potato, he is here. I love it. So that's very cool. You know, some people on YouTube, they'll put these really ridiculous names like 73FLNZ102. But Dr. Potato, that's, you know, I like it. So. Hello,
he's obviously studied the potato world and gotten to a high level if he's a doctor.
Exactly. He's reached a certain level of prestige, so yeah. All right, well guys, good to see you. We are going to talk about how to be confident about a product you're going to sell. Not to build up your confidence about a product you already have. Actually, we want you to be scared to death of selling a product if it doesn't have potential. Now, this week especially, I've been getting a lot of emails, and for some reason, very much this week, where people say, hey, Seth, I need you to help me take my product that I'm selling and boost its sales. There's nothing wrong with that desire, but I'll always ask this question. I'll say, how good is the product? And oftentimes I'll get this response. Well, the product, you know, we spend a lot of money on it. We spend a lot of time on it, so we got to get our money back, so I need to get sales. And I'll go back and say, but wait. How good is the product? If that product is not incredible, you're wasting your time. You're putting yourself at risk. Why would you set a nice dinner table on the Titanic? No matter how good that filet mignon is, you're going to be in trouble. So you need to make sure that your foundation is strong. So guys, what we're going to focus on today is how to deal with that issue. We want to de-risk you as much as we possibly can. Now, what we're going to talk about today is going to be straight pure coaching. At the end, we will again talk about the bundle. As you guys know, Amazal, Just One Dime, got together and said, look, we're going to put a holistic program together for you guys so it gives you everything you need for a year. Please note, this coaching we're doing, it's free. You don't have to sign up. It's totally up to you. But I'll be transparent from the front. We will talk about that at the end because it is the best coaching program. Let's get right in. We're going to go straight in, and we're going to look up products. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and I got you, Mr. Scoggins, I got your 3 products, and I'm going to look at those in a moment. But I want to start with this, you guys. These glasses are actually, they're not prescription glasses. But what they do is they magnify everything I see. And one of the business partners in Just One Dime bought these. He was actually in the research department researching, and he found these. I mean, these are so cool. He runs into all this cool stuff, Bob, all the time. And he's like always wanting to buy this stuff. I'm like, be careful, dude, because he's researching, you know, find neat stuff. What they do is they take out some of the glare, some of that blue light that can hurt your eyes, and they magnify things just a little bit. So that way you're not like this at the screen, you know, going like this, and it hurts you. You can actually get back and you can see okay, and you can type and, you know, do your work. The reason
it's better for us too.
What's that?
It's better for the viewer too. We don't want you that close.
Yes,
we love
exactly.
You so much.
You don't want to see the little, you know, the blackhead and the little pimple and the wrinkle. Have you ever seen skin up really close? Skin looks weird up close. I know that's
it's got a lot of holes.
Like if you see it, it's scary, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I digress. That was very irrelevant. Sorry, man. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to walk you through how I would research these while I wear them. So here we go. Okay, and hey, good to see you from Australia. That's awesome. T. Drew, good to see you again as well. Antonio from Croatia. We have people from Ireland, Croatia, people all over the world here. That is so awesome. That's one thing I love, Bob, about Amazon is it somehow has this unifying factor amongst sellers. There's so many people in the world who all have the same goal. And it doesn't matter what language you speak, what color your skin is, what country you're from. We're here to help each other succeed on Amazon. And if Bob and I can help you do that today, we're happy. Like literally one of the most encouraging things for me is after I finish doing a coaching session, I'll walk away, I'll talk to my wife, and she's like, I'm just smiling. She's like, why are you so happy? Because I just got to coach people. I love training people and helping them make money. So we're going to do that today, right now. Jamaica, that is awesome. Costa Rica, UK, Qatar, Canada. It's unbelievable. Like, this is like the World Global Center or something. I don't know. It's an international conference. That's so, California. Jack, I used to live in California. That's so cool. Okay, cool. So we're going to get started. I'm going to share my screen, guys. Let me know once you can see it, Bob. Give me one moment.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, excellent. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to go over to, let's go to Amazon.com. And give me one moment. There we go. All right. And I'm going to search for these glasses I was telling you guys about. And as you can see, I already typed these in just like a moment before, so I'll just click on that. So I'm going to put in reading glasses. A little different than what I'm wearing, but I just want to give you an idea. So let's say you're thinking about selling glasses. The number one most important thing you need to think about is this. What are the customers looking for? What are the buyers looking for? That's the most important question. So everyone, I want you to think like a buyer right now, not like a seller. The best Amazon sellers think like buyers. So pretend I'm looking for glasses at my computer. Probably one of the most natural thing I would type in is reading glasses. That is a keyword. This is a keyword I should be using when I am here on Amazon. So if I'm going to find a product, then I need to be using reading glasses because that's exactly what someone would type in if they're looking for the product. But it doesn't stop there. And Bob, I find this is where a lot of people make a mistake. I'm going to go back. Here I'm looking at all this competition for reading glasses. But you know, Jack Reacher, that's just a cool name, so I'm going to say it. Jack Reacher from California, let's say he is also looking for reading glasses, but Jack might search something different. He might search study glasses. So now he's searching for something different than Seth Kniep is searching. But then Serena from Canada, she might search something different. She might search, let's see, computer screen glasses. Because she wants something very specific for a computer. And see how it has that little tint on there to help you with your eyes? So Jack, Seth, and Serena all search for different things. But guess what? We are all looking for the same thing, what I'm wearing right now, glasses that help your eyes when you're on your computer. We just found 3 keywords, which means if there were 10,000 searches for computer screen glasses, if there were, let's say, 20,000 for study, and let's say 40,000 for reading glasses, I need to include all of those search terms holistically as search volume. Why? Because you're not attaching your heart to a product, but to a solution. You're trying to solve a problem. And the problem is, I can't see my screen well enough without hurting my posture, and the light coming out is giving me a freaking headache. And it shouldn't stop here. There's going to be more. In fact, one way you can find other keywords, I could just click on that title, and I could actually look here and say, okay, reading glasses. And by the way, just the fact that this is one of the first ones that comes up is a strong indicator it's probably selling well. I'll still need to check the BSR to find out how many sales it's getting to verify. But if it's selling well, that means the keywords this listing is using are what people are searching for. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to say, okay, reading glasses. I'm looking for anything else. Vision. Okay, that might be something I should look at. I'm going to go down here and see if I can find any more keywords. Very nice listing, whoever made this. Aren't you tired of paying steep prices for friendly? That's really interesting. Let me click this. Durable beyond measure. Screws fell out. How many people haven't dealt with that before? Man, really good listing. Like, they're already emotionally connecting. Enhance your visual appeal. They look good. Who doesn't want to look good when they wear glasses? Reading glasses. I'm just looking, you guys, for different keywords. They have all these deals down here. Let me go down here. Clean scent microfiber bag. I'm just looking. This is exactly what I do when I'm looking for products. I'm just taking you guys through the process. Crystal clear, embed at the office. Okay, so I'm not finding a whole lot. The one other thing I got was vision. I might even try vision computer glasses. That gives me an idea. And I'm just going to keep looking to, oh, look at this, computer glasses. Look at that. That's interesting. computer gaming reading, amber tinted. Computer glasses, again.
Gaming glasses are a big one.
Yeah, yeah. And that could take me on a different path. Maybe I'd end up selling gaming glasses because I find there's more potential there. So do you guys see what I'm doing is I'm looking for all the keywords that if people searched, and they're going to search different things based on how they grew up, the language they speak, the culture they live in, their accent, all those things influence how we speak, right, guys? When I am surprised, I might say a different word than Bob might say, but we both are feeling surprised. Same thing with the glasses. You might search reading glasses, I might search computer glasses, but guess what? If the end result is what we're both looking for, then we need to include both keywords. I need to understand what is the market when someone searches vision computer glasses. I need to understand what is the market when someone searches reading glasses, and so forth. So having said that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Amazal, and I'm going to do exactly that. Let me see if I can directly do it from here. Perfect. You guys see this right here? You don't have to go to Amazon or even hit hunt for products if you don't want to. Just click track product if you're already in, okay? And I'm going to type in, I'll just start with reading glasses. What I'm doing, everyone, is I'm now looking at the results from the first 3 to 4 pages on Amazon.com when this keyword is searched. But this is not enough. Why? Because I need to understand the market, not the keyword. The keyword is a means. I'm convinced if someone understands keywords, they understand 30% of what they need to know to sell on Amazon, because it's sort of like a matchmaker. Okay, you have someone whose eyes are having problems with their computer. They're looking for a solution. And over here on the other side, you have a product that solves the problem. But the shopper and the product will never meet until a keyword brings them together. The keyword is how the buyer finds your product. And if you know keywords, you can have sales. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just starting with reading glasses. And as you guys can see down here, it's searching. It's going through 102 products. It should be done in a moment here.
We're working on that.
Could be my internet too. It was glitching out earlier this morning. Okay, it's done. There we go. Okay, so now it's loading. So what has it done? It has found me 20 top performers for this keyword, reading glasses, out of 48 total performers off the first 3 to 4 pages of Amazon. Now I have an idea of what the demand is for reading glasses. And I can click here to get the monthly searches. I can click here to get the Google Trends. I can find the buy price on Alibaba and so forth. And right here, check this out, you guys. I know that the daily revenue for these 20 top performers, the daily revenue is $10,000. It's almost $11,000. They're actually doing pretty well. Like that's 860 sales a day from these 20. That's not bad at all. But I'm not done. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on keywords monitoring. And I need to understand other keywords. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to type in computer glasses. But what I've done is I just added on another keyword to my market research. Because again, my goal is not to sell reading glasses, and my goal is not to sell computer glasses. My goal is to sell a solution that both people who search those terms are looking for. That perspective, you guys, it will make all the difference in the world. Instead of you finding a product and saying, I want to sell a product, you're actually finding a market and you're providing a solution, and it frees you to have a customized, built, differentiated, unique, stand out against the competition product. Okay, now it has added both, as you can see. I'm going to go back to keyword monitoring. Check this out. Now look, now I have melanin computer glasses, and I have reading glasses. And it gives me the search volume on both of those. Now it's not giving me anything on the competitors on this one. So I'm going to add on another one. And I don't know where the melanin came from. I thought I just...
Yeah, there was a lag in the autocomplete. So just wait a second, and it autocomplete. Wait a second before creating, because it'll come up with some results.
Sorry, there's a delay,
it's fine now.
Yeah,
it's fine now.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha. So what it did, you guys, is I typed in computer glasses, autocomplete, put in melanin, and it used that one, and that's why there's 0 competitors.
I wonder what melanin computer glasses are.
Yeah. I'm really curious. It's maybe my next product, Bob.
It's a solution for one person.
Here's one person out there, and I'm going to sell it to him. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Computer glasses. And we have a total search volume of 246,000. That's very good. Ease of entry is 3 stars. The higher the stars in ease of entry, the better. It just means easier because the competition is lower. And you guys can see the median price, the middle price. Okay, so I could add on, I can do up to 3 keywords on the free version. I can do up to 50 keywords on the established version. The point is, guys, you need to understand all the relevant keywords to your product. When you do that, your chances of succeeding are much greater. That is step number 1 to de-risk yourself. Understand all the relevant keywords that someone might search for your product. When you do, you have a holistic picture. Now I know it's not so important that I go with reading glasses versus computer if they're the same thing. I know they're not entirely, but let's just say they are, okay? It's not so important. What's important is that I include both of those keywords in my listing. See what I mean, everyone? That's what's important. I'm selling the same solution. Who cares what people call it? What matters is what they're searching. See? And so I could put reading glasses in the title. I could put computer glasses down in the bullet points. That way, anytime someone searches for this phrase or for this phrase, their chance of finding my product is very strong. I'm covering all my bases. And guys, when you understand keywords, there are 3 parts of your Amazon journey this will help you with. Number 1, research, what we're doing right now. It's called the find stage. Number 2, building your listing. That's once you find the product you're going to sell, how do you build out the listing? What do you say in it? And then number 3, when you launch your product, in our team, Bob, it's pretty cool. We're actually able to get a lot of legitimate reviews on products immediately after it's launched. Within a week, boom, 20, 25, 30 reviews on there in a legit way. We found a way to do this in a way that does not break Amazon's terms of service, so it's super cool. Instead of you going out and hoping someone reviews it, you can get reviews on there. But that's the stage, guys, where you need to understand keywords for your ad campaign, because ad campaigns can make you a heck of a lot of money. I don't care if I'm spending $1,000 a day on ads. If that's going to make me 20,000 more, I'm happy. I would give up 1,000 any day to have 20,000. And you might start giving up 10 to have 100. Then you give up 100 to have 1,000. It's okay. As long as you know that margin, you're good. Okay, I'm going to go back to you, Bob.
Okay.
You want to add to this?
Well, what I could do is continue the story from our last session, because I'll share you my screen if that works. So when we tuned in last time, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it. You're good.
Okay. So on the last webinar, we found this air shock pump, and we were sort of maybe not. And it's great. What you just said is exactly what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to funnel more of that demand that's out there towards your product, because actually, as my co-founder Alex says, there are actually many marketplaces. There's not just one marketplace. There are many marketplaces, and each time you are competing with a certain keyword, you're competing in a different marketplace. And so each time you search a keyword, then you're adding another marketplace and you're improving your potential demand. So to demonstrate this, I put these in here so that it wouldn't take too much time. But I added in a bunch of keywords, and actually, so I didn't think about this because I have a bicycle mindset, but I realized, okay, there are a lot of people using these for motorcycles. Let me take that out. That's a duplicate. I didn't think about that at first, but it's actually the same. It's the same thing. It's the same tool. So I added that in there, and then I put in different keywords. Part of it, what I know, part of it is the tool that we have in here we have autocomplete. So if I put in something like I don't know, I think it's Fox suspension pump. Come up. Well, anyway, there's a brand, Fox, and I've already got it in the listing anyway. And that also was something I discovered, that actually there's a lot of demand for that. The point of this exercise is actually each time you're adding a keyword, you're sort of boosting your demand score a little bit. And you can see it's still not great. And if you look at the instructions here on searches, it says check your defined keywords more closely. Maybe you're missing customers that are searching for this product using different keywords. And that's why the keyword dominator is also a very useful tool, because it helps you find the connections between these keywords that people are searching on Amazon, that they're different doorways into your shop essentially. I would say after this exercise, it's still, like I say, it's 2.4. It's not bad. And you know, a lot of people, when they first find out you can put up to 50 keywords, oh, 50 keywords, why would I ever need that? Well, you'd be surprised, you know, how much value, and Oleg in particular, who's an advanced seller on Amazon, is using a lot of keywords, and it's one of the ways that it's one of his keys to success, because if you are in a smaller marketplace and you're on the first page, that's much better than being, you know, on page 5 or 10 of a major keyword. You know, like reading glasses. That's nice, but you're on page 5. Nobody's going to find you.
When I was a kid, I loved fishing. I lived in East Texas, Mount Pleasant, Texas, and there was this pond called Mr. Moss's Pond. And my brother and I, it was way out there in the woods. We had to go through, like, over this fence, past this pasture where there was this dangerous bull. I mean, it was dangerous. Through bull meadow, this super scary plant. And anyways, we get out there, and there's water moccasins out there. These cottonmouth water moccasin snakes who are deadly. We would go out there anyways. We'd find this pond way out in the middle of nowhere, little pond, Bob, and we'd throw in, and we would pull out the biggest bigmouth bass. I mean, it was so fun. It was like, it was our own special fishing spot. No one else fished there. And it was cool, because I love that concept. I'd rather be in a pond where my chance of catching a big fish is greater than going into the ocean and having to go miles and miles and miles to finally find a fish. You know, so why not niche down to a smaller pond for your category and dominate the pond, especially when you're new. If you guys start off in a hard category like Bluetooth speakers, oh my goodness. Not saying don't sell those. Maybe some of you guys do already, but it is a tough category unless you've been doing it for a while. You're going to spend a lot more money to dominate that. But why not start in a niche of Bluetooth speakers? Like maybe it's just a cable or something that people are adding onto it or decorating it with, that there's a fewer people buying it, but of those people, there's less competition.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually going to be able to show you visually what this looks like. Awesome. And you can see, you know, what does this mean, these different marketplaces? So, you know, we have a number of tabs here, and it can be a little confusing, but actually keywords are the keywords. This is a sort of a keyword, it's a frequency, a cloud, if you call it, of the you know, the words that are coming up in the listings. And you can, so this is a way that you can get some inspiration for the keywords that you want to put into your, you know, that you want to search for, and you can put it in just the titles and bullets and the descriptions, and that'll fill out more information. Obviously, there's going to be sort of different information when you put in the bullets. You can see here that pump is pretty prevalent, which would make sense. So this is one tool that's interesting, but actually what I wanted to show you is this, and that's the keyword ranking tool. Now, when I look at this, my first reaction is this guy is killing it. He is on, you know, he's on the first or second page of Amazon and he exists in all of these searches. Right. So he's everywhere. That's going to, you know, of course there you don't have to be in the first position. Only you can be in the 5th or 10th position. It's still interesting. But this guy's obviously doing something very right. Now, if you look at the second one, okay, he's doing pretty good. He's not doing well here. Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to explain, just to make sure people understand. That first number is how soon you're coming up on the page. After the slash, the second number is the page you're coming up on. So if it says 2/1, you're the second listing coming up on the first page when that keyword is searched? Just want to make sure
Yeah.
that's clear. So
Yeah,
people,
sorry. We can make this a little clearer than it is too, and also you can see that there's some arrows here, some trend arrows, and if you mouse over, you can see, okay, this guy was last week on the position 22 of the first page, and now he's fallen back to the second page, 10th in the second page, which is a significant loss of position. So then you'll see a light down. There'll be some up arrows too, so that's showing a trend that this guy's moving up week over week. So you can see one guy's really kind of figured it out, and
yeah.
I'm sure there are many more keywords for this product that I didn't think about. There's one product that doesn't fit in here at all, which you have to cull out, and I think I showed how to do that last time. But there are a few of them that are that don't fit at all, and you should remove them in order to get an accurate view. But this is for whatever reason, some of these products are ranking for these keywords, either in their listing or they're optimizing their listing.
So the key here then, if I'm selling these shock pumps on Amazon, Bob, tell me this is correct. I can go and use this to find out which product listings, number one, are ranking the best, so I can go see what they're doing, do what they're doing, but do better, number one. Number two, I can find out which keywords are causing them to rank, so I can use the same keywords, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, my takeaway would be, okay, I'd like to find out what this guy is doing. It's a brand name, so well, that's the same one again. Again, brand name. So but there's clearly an opportunity also there, because it's not like you're getting a lot of competitors who are all taking up the first page.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity here, and also these gaps show that also for relevant products. I have to clean this up a little bit, but for relevant products, they're not coming up in these searches at all. So they're not playing in that marketplace. The customer doesn't see this when they type in suspension pump bike or mountain shock pump. No, this guy doesn't exist, not known. So those are there's opportunities there, and that's why this tool is so cool. And as you add more keywords, you're just going to start getting a fuller idea of the marketplace, and you're also seeing who knows what they're doing and who doesn't.
What I like about this is it makes it very easy to find out what keywords I should be focusing on and what competitors I should be comparing myself to. See, here's the challenge. I can't find out the true value of a keyword in most cases, truly value on Amazon, until I've run my product, create an ad campaign, spent some money, wait at least 10 days, then look at that ad campaign report. You guys know what I'm talking about? The report that comes up. You pull up in a spreadsheet. It always wants to pull up in a text edit, and then you have to go drop it into a spreadsheet, but you know what I mean. And now I can finally see, oh, that's how this keyword's doing. Well, this is sort of like a little sneak preview. It's not going to give you the same depth of data, but it's telling you what other keywords are doing for their competition quickly, so you can be smart with keywords before you ever launch your product. And this can have a huge impact on how you launch it too. So this is really helpful.
This is exactly the point that I'll stop sharing, but this is exactly the point. So let's say you decide that you want to go with this shock pump, then you have to start doing, you have to start, hopefully not fart. You need to start finding a supplier, and it should be a prolonged process. You don't pick the first guy that comes along. You want to play them against each other. You want to make sure you're getting the best product, because as you said, it's got to be good. If it's not good, then you're going to get killed. It's an open marketplace where the kind of like survival of the fittest. So make sure that you do that right. But while you're doing that, educate yourself on the dynamics of the market, because you're planning to go and play in that market. Don't just sort of say, okay, I'll go back. I'll go back there when I'm ready to sell. Continue monitoring that marketplace, because some things may change. You might see, like I gave the example of this winter cycling product, and I thought, oh, there aren't that many competitors. And all of a sudden, as Christmas approached, there were 20 or 30 new players coming into the marketplace every week. So
Yes.
it was very much changing the marketplace, and it's not a snapshot in time. It's a story that you want to follow. And the same goes with keywords. You know, guys that were ranking really well, maybe they'll start dropping, and then you can look, okay, what's going on there? What are they doing wrong? Maybe one of the main competitors runs out of inventory, and those are all opportunities.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like getting to know a person, Bob. You have a snapshot of a person, you see them once, or there's a photo of them, you meet them, or you know what they look like or how they talk. That's just one time. You don't really know the person. You don't trust them. You know,
yeah.
most of you guys wouldn't go out and marry someone right after seeing, you know, them once for 5 minutes. But you get to know them over time. You date them, you court them, you spend time, you hang out, and you start seeing trends, good ones and bad ones. You know, and over time, oh, now I understand this person better. It's the same with the market. You need to see trends over time. That's why we don't send potential products out right away when people join the program. We take 4 freaking weeks after we know the product category of their choice, so we can find the trend and make sure we understand where this product is going. And it's to say not product, but market. I'm going to take some questions here. Way Scoggin says this: is it helpful to find products that have more ambiguity in keywords so they have lots of ways to look them up? So for those of you guys who English is not your first language, ambiguity just means lack of clarity. It's not super specific. And yes, Way, only as long as people are searching for that keyword. So you need to find out what are people actually searching and what is causing the sale. So at the end of the day, what matters is you're building a business to make money, period. So the only keywords I want to care about are the ones that are going to make me money, period. And how do I know? The ones that are selling, the ones that people are searching. And as Bob mentioned, you can do that in Amazal. You can do that in Keyword Tool Dominator, which you'll get full access to in a program as well. It'll show you those keywords that people are searching. It'll even rank them, which ones are being searched the most. So I would go for all the keywords you can, Way. But what I like to do, and this is just my preference, and I don't know what your philosophy is on this, Bob, I'd love to hear it. I like to start by getting all the keywords I can that may be relevant. Then I narrow it down to 7 what I like to call power keywords, the best ones. And I rate those based on 2 things. Number 1, search volume. How many searches are they getting? Number 2, relevance. How relevant are they? Look, if I'm selling a coffee mug, okay, and my coffee mug is a Tolkien coffee mug because it says Elvish writing on it, my chance of selling this just using the word coffee mug is very slim because it's very general. 10,000 people might search coffee mug in an hour, but most of them aren't looking for Tolkien. So they're going to see my thing and they're going to, my listing, go, no thanks, and go to the next one, and the next one. And finally someone, oh, I want a Tolkien. But if someone's really looking for Tolkien coffee mug, what are they going to search? They're not going to search coffee mug. They're going to search Tolkien coffee mug. Now that is a super relevant keyword. So Way, to answer your question, I would rather have a keyword that may not have as much search volume, but it's more relevant, because I would rather have 100 people searching my keyword and 10 of those people buy than 10,000 people searching a generic keyword and maybe 1 of those buy. And that's also very expensive on your ad campaign if you're using keywords that aren't convertible. But how do you do that, Bob? What's your philosophy on that?
Yeah, well, I think that was a really good example, because actually when you know, the qualifier of the coffee cup in your example, Tolkien coffee cup, that's a very defined population segment of people. They're followers of that, and so by being able to rank highly on that keyword, you will also show up on searches for, you know, that are semi-related, and people say, oh my god, that's a cool coffee cup. You know, if they're looking for other related memorabilia, that would never come up if you're just coffee cup. But all of a sudden you're coming up, they may not have been looking for a coffee cup, but they're total fans of that, you know, of that the whole elfish
Genre.
movement. Yeah. I'm too old for
elvish movement. I love it. That's awesome.
And yeah, so yeah, you have to really you need to kind of think a little bit outside the box, and yeah, be a little creative, because you may be, with a little tweak of your product, you may be able to find it's a smaller group, but a more homogeneous group, and more that's going to result in more conversions rather than just sort of generic. Okay, I'm in a giant pool with many other people that are competing for this very generic term.
There's a hack, and I learned this from the guy who actually created the ad campaigns for Amazon. There's a hack that most sellers don't know about that we only teach in our program, because there are people in here who invest in this program. I'm not going to share, but I will tell you the results of it, and it is so awesome, Bob. What it does is when you're running your ad campaign, you can build it in such a way, we have a couple campaigns going, where one of the campaigns will actually force, the way you set it up, it forces Amazon to find keywords that most people aren't advertising for, but people are searching. In other words, it's called the gem hack. It forces the campaign to find keywords that most people aren't even using, they won't think of. And when you do that, it allows you to dominate this small collection of keywords that most people aren't paying for. It's awesome. Within 10 days, you start seeing, oh my goodness, I didn't think of that keyword. And all of a sudden you start using it, and it's super cheap because no one else is using it, but other people are, the buyers are using it. It's super cool. It just squeezes out the irrelevant ones, or the ones that are already, oversaturated. So, and that's something, for those of you guys in our program, you will, when you get to the launch stage, you will learn how to do that. We will show you. It's super, super cool. Larry Steiner Jr. says this, great question, Larry. How many competitors would you have? Would it be 30 or a different amount? What are your thoughts on that, Bob?
Strong competitors, I probably wouldn't want more than 10, but it depends on, I think it depends a little bit on what you're selling. That may not be realistic in certain areas.
Right.
But yeah, that's, if you want pulling a number out, that's the number I would say, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
If you're getting more than that, you're starting to, if those guys are, if you have 20 or more strong competitors, that means that it's going to be a hard fight to get to that first page.
Yeah.
And
those first pages, when people search, it fills up with about 20. So if you have more than 20 strong competitors, now you have to be better than a strong competitor to get there, which means it's going to take a lot more work, time, and money in advertising. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think it's a great question, Larry, because it depends also on your budget and the time you have and your capacity. As you grow in wealth, you will be able to put a dent in more competitive marketplaces and end up making a lot more money, but you'll spend more up front to get there. But if you're starting new and you have a more limited capital, or maybe you're starting new, but your experience is low, but your capital is high, I would still start with a smaller number of competitors, because every decision you make in business is going to be a balance of your knowledge, your time, and your money and people. Those are your 4 most basic resources. And so you're always asking, whichever one I have the least of, that's the one I need to protect. Like for me, it's time. Time has become the most precious thing to me. Therefore, I'm very protective of my time. Some people will send an email and say, hey, give me a call sometime. Let's talk about Amazon. And they don't realize if I did that, like I would have no time with my wife, my kids. So I have to protect it. But when I started Amazon, Bob, I had way more time, but I had less money. So therefore I had to protect my money, and I would spend more time working on stuff and to save money, you see? So back to the point, I would suggest 5 to 8 if you're limited on capital, 8 to 12, 13 if you're in the middle road, but no more than 20 unless you really have a lot of capital and ready to absolutely crush it. There's exceptions. If the demand is high enough, like Bob said, there's exceptions to that. But yeah, 10 is probably like golden. Like if you have 10 competitors, like the heavens opened. Ah! That's a good place to be. Jesse said, this is such a great question. Do you include short tail keywords that are super competitive? Okay, so there's 3 different ways I could answer that question, Jesse. The number one and most important thing to me is going to be long tail keywords. And for those of you guys who may not know what Jesse's talking about, coffee mug would be short tail. Here's the best way to define a short tail keyword. What would you use in a regular conversation? You wouldn't say, yeah, the other day I bought a Tolkien coffee mug. You would say, I bought a coffee mug. Then you would have to explain that it's Tolkien. If you have to explain it, it's probably long tail. If it's a regular term, like, oh, I bought a Mac, I bought a PC, I'm wearing a pinkish shirt. Okay, those are short tail, the words we use every day. But if I have to explain, well, this shirt has an eagle on it. It's a pink-ish eagle design shirt. Now we're long tail. Okay, so just to make sure everyone understands that. I want long tail keywords 99% of the time because that's where I make money. Because if someone is looking for this shirt and they're looking for a pinkish eagle t-shirt, the chances of them buying mine is very high. But if they just search t-shirt, Jesse, think about how many thousands of shirts there are out there. What is the chance that they actually want this one? Very low. So that means I have to spend a lot more money in ads to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until finally someone actually wants mine. See? So you actually, it's not about volume as much as it is about conversion. Of the people who search, you want as many of those people as possible to already want your product. And when that happens, you have found a gold mine. So I would focus on long tail as much as you can. I would avoid short tail. Anything you want to add to that, Bob? You're mute, Bob.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay. I would agree with you, and that's where the work and having more keywords is key. It's key. So, like I say, a lot of people, we give 3 for free, and a lot of people think, okay, well that's enough. No, if you really want to, throw your net wide and start accumulating those opportunities that are out there, you need to look at more specific keywords and cater to those more specific searches that people are putting in, because otherwise, everything is going to funnel down to a very, very narrow tube, and in that game, usually the one with the most money wins. You don't want to play that game.
Yeah. Jonathan says, would you say it'll be the right thing to do to start off with one product and slowly work your way up? Absolutely, Jonathan. Absolutely. Yeah. If you're just starting off and you start with one, you can. Another idea is to start off with 2 complementary products. So therefore, you now have the potential of having 3 different SKUs. So one product might be, I'll use this again, the coffee mug. The other might be the coaster that it sits on, right? And then the other one might be them together. So you can sell the coaster, you can sell the coffee mug, you can sell them as one package. Now that's 3. And if you have a supplier who can ship you all 3, you save money on shipping. You now have 3 products. You've differentiated yourself. You now have 3 different things you can advertise. You also have done triple testing. So now you're testing all 3 to see which one does best. And when people buy your product and review it for you, chances are if someone likes coffee mugs, they like coasters. So it'd be more natural for them to review those things versus I'm going to sell a coffee mug, and I'm going to sell an iPhone or something, or an iPhone case. These are very irrelevant. Someone who likes iPhone cases may not like to review these. Therefore, it's going to cost you more time and money to launch it. So I would start with one or one with similar items that you can bundle. Sergio says, hi guys, how many reviews in your opinion should I have for a good product launching? What are your thoughts, Bob? What do you like? For me, 25, 30 minimum. And our team makes that possible, which is super cool.
Yeah, I think, as most people know, it's something that's changed drastically in the last year about how easy it is to get those initial reviews. I know that Oleg, the co-founder, he was already getting good results with 10 reviews, but things started really taking off once the review numbers got higher. So yeah, I'd probably put it a little lower and say, okay, if you have 10 reviews, 10 solid reviews, that's going to help significantly, because you have to look at it from the eyes of the consumer, and they're trying to de-risk from their side, right? They're trying to say, okay, am I going to get this thing and then waste my time and have to send it back because it's no good? Right. And if you have enough kind of consistent, genuine reviews of your product, even if it's only 10, if they're 10 quality reviews, yeah, that's better than 20 that are kind of all over the place, or so yeah, that's where I'd start, is around that number. Below that, people are usually going to say, well, this one's got a lot more reviews, but under that, you're a candidate.
Yep. I like what Serena said too. You can actually look at your own products too in Amazal after you have the reviews, after you have it going, and you can actually see how it's doing compared to the competition. But yeah, I mean, guys, it depends too on how many reviews your competitors have. If most of them have 7,000 and you have 30, well, that's not going to do you very well. But if they have, between 30 and 700, well, yeah, 30 reviews is very significant. Your chance, because people always buy by comparison. Have you guys noticed this? When you walk into a store and you see you're going to buy a pair of drumsticks, and you see 3 different drumsticks for your drums, and you look at them, you compare them, make a decision based off the other one. You don't make a decision necessarily based on absolute data. We're always relativizing or comparing things to make a decision. So look at it that way. When people look at your product at Amazon, they're going to look at other products and make a decision based on whose is the best. And I love this concept, Bob, and I know we mentioned it last week. People are going to keep selling and buying on Amazon. Buyers are going to keep buying. It's just growing like crazy. If you have a product that's the best and a competitive price, you will make money, period. If you do that, if you make that your goal and you execute on the goal, and it will be hard, it will not be easy, you will make money. I want to do as Way had given me this very long tail keyword, glow in the dark garden pebbles, to search. So I put it in to save us time, and here it is. So I literally put this in about 60 seconds ago before I shared my screen, and you guys can see right here, if I click on the research, there are 9 competitors. That's a really good number, Way. Out of 725. I wouldn't worry about these. Again, a lot of Amazon sellers, in all respect, do not know what they're doing. And so these guys are there, but it doesn't mean they're doing anything. They're not making money. These are the only ones you have to worry about and the ones you can learn from. So I guess the biggest question then, Way, is, okay, so, because the question is this, is how do I know I can trust that this product will sell well? Well, 9 competitors is a great start. But the next thing I would do, Way, is I would click on competitors and reports, give it a second, and I'm going to make sure that these 9 competitors are all true competitors, because Amazal has no way of knowing. You can't look at the product and say, that's this. It's just basing it off the keyword that it's ranking for on Amazon. So those 2 look relevant. This one looks relevant. These are pretty cool, actually. Maybe I should get some of these from my yard.
I didn't even know about this product.
I've heard of it before, but man, look at that. Like you're in Wizard of Oz land or something. By the way, someone in the chat said he's from Oz, so I just want to say welcome, and that's awesome. So yeah, these all look relevant to me. I'm sure you know this industry, this category better than I do, Way. I've never sold these. I've never bought these before. I just think they're blue and cool. So yeah, so that's the first thing. So we know that all of these are true competitors. So now I'm going to go back. I would love, Bob, if right here I could click something and go straight back to the trap product. That's, you guys need to add that.
you mean to go back to this view?
Right. Because if I'm way down here and I'm doing it, it always comes back up here, and then I have to scroll and scroll and scroll and just find it. Yeah. Okay, so here I am. So I know it's 9.
Hopefully our developers listening now.
And then,
it's the best. It's the best way. Please, everybody who's please be gentle. But if there are things that annoy you about Amazal, please send us a message, or if you have the chat in app chat, let us know about it. You can send a message to info@amazal.com. That's how we make our product better. We trust what you say. A lot of the suggestions are really good, and you're the ones using the product. We don't want to, sort of imagine what the user wants. We want actually to base it on your feedback, and we've gotten really a lot of really good, valuable feedback. And please keep doing that.
And I'll just add, don't be gentle. Just tell them straight up. Oh. This part sucks. No. Just joking. No, this is good. So right here, the median reviews. So this tells me that of these 9 top competitors, the one with the most reviews has 446. The one with the fewest reviews has 8. What does that tell you? I mean, think about this, guys. One of these 9 who's selling really well has only 8 reviews, and they're doing very well. What does that mean? Well, man, if the middle review is 42, 42 is not an average, it's median, it's the middle number. If the middle is 42, I could definitely crush that. Like there is no reason I couldn't. So far, this is looking really good. And now I'm going to sell it. I'm totally joking. Would never do that. And then over here, this would be my only concern way is the daily revenue. Actually, no, that's not bad. Because when you have this few competitors, and it would be easy to rank quickly, let me say that, and start making money. That's not massive, but that is decent. 1506 a day. For me, as a general rule of thumb, Bob, I like to go no lower than $900 a day revenue for the competition of a product. Otherwise, I won't look at it. So I think this is decent. I would do what Bob says. I would watch this over a few weeks and keep checking it and keep hitting update. And each time you hit update, you will have to go back, click this button, and take out the irrelevant ones because it will search Amazon again for this. You don't have to hit update, guys, every time you do anything in here. All it does is it pulls in those other competitors. It updates that listing. So you'll have to filter it out each time.
Once a day is usually sufficient. Yeah. Take it when you take your vitamin.
Right, exactly. When you take your vitamin, when you have your coffee or tea. Oh, hit update. You should like put.
We're working on automating that, so it'll do it for you.
Oh man, that would be so nice, Bob. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Yeah, would love that. If you guys ever get like 400 products in here, do not hit update all. I did it. I was like, okay.
Go.
I'm sure most people don't have 400 products in here, but it was really funny. All right. So anyways, I hope that's helpful way. That's how it would start. So far, low risk. The main thing you need to check is this. Is the market for this product growing over time? Because what if this is going really well right now because, it's spring, summer, people are landscaping. What's going to happen in the fall? In fact, I would click Google Trends, and I can guarantee you Google Trends is not going to have this long statement in there. So what you may have to do is use a different keyword like garden pebbles or decorative garden pebbles or glow garden pebbles or just dark garden. See what I mean? These are all keywords. I would add all these keywords right here. And for those of you guys who have the established version of Amazow, you can do that up to 50 times. You're going to know this market. Guys, become an absolute master at your product category. Know it like no one else. I mean, you could in your sleep, your husband or wife is like, what are you talking about? Garden pebbles. Should I be concerned? Like if you know your category, you can crush it, but you have to do the research. Bob, I'll get some people, they'll jump on, they're like, oh, I want to join your program. Can we launch next week? And I'll say, are you crazy? You have to study the market. When you know your market, your chance of succeeding is so much greater. And that's why using keywords will teach you that. I'm going to do it really quick, just for fun. Let's do this, guys. So I'm going to go garden pebbles. By the way, this is a short tail keyword. Because someone might say that in a conversation, we bought some garden pebbles. But no one's going to say in a conversation, glow-in-the-dark garden pebbles. So, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad keyword. It's actually good, but that's a long tail keyword. This up here, long tail keyword. Garden pebbles, short tail keyword. Long tail are more important. But I'm still going to search the short tail one. As you guys can see, it's loading right there in the bottom right. Because I want to know, sorry, Jack, I'm going to pick on you. Jack Reacher in California, he wants garden pebbles. But Serena in Canada, she wants glow garden pebbles. But man, he is a detailed guy. Glow in the dark garden pebbles. But guess what? They're all searching for the same thing. Therefore, I need to know the demand for every single keyword that's relevant. And here we go. I'm going to click on it. You guys can do this up to 3 times on the free plan. You get up to 50 on the established. And now, check this out. Glow-in-the-dark garden pebbles has no data search volume. I'm not surprised. It's so long tail, it's probably not going to pull up. Ease of entry is high. 9 competitors. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is the one we're supposed to look at right here. Garden pebbles has 38,000 search volume. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, Ease of entry is high. Okay, obviously there's more competitors because you used a shorter tail keywords. Like this is more of a niche down category that's more broad. The medium price that it's selling for. Let me just share one more thing and I'll stop sharing my screen and take more questions. Bob, I see a lot of people get hung up on this right here, the price. If I'm selling it for 10, I can't make a profit. It's too low. Okay, there's 2 things people need to understand. Number one, if you're selling a product even down to $12, if it's a simple, easy to build product, you can make serious money off of it. I have done it and I do it. However, if you're worried about this price getting too low, like, man, they're all selling it for 10 and I have to sell mine for 8 just to get ranked, I'm not going to make much money. The issue is never price. It is value. It is always value. This is so important, you guys. If I told you, hey, everyone, check out the little wristband. I'm selling it for $20,000. There's no way you would buy it. But if over here I'm showing you a Lamborghini, I'm selling it for $20,000. Oh, I'll buy that. What changed? The price didn't change. Obviously, price wasn't why you bought this one but didn't this one. What changed was the value. So if you're selling something that, let's say, is selling for $10, why not add to it, bundle it, make more of it, make it better? Then you can justify a higher price and people will buy it. See, you're competitive not because your price is lower, but because the value for your price is better. Think that way. That's how you make money on Amazon.
Well, yeah, it's a great point. And also when you, if you were bundling, if you get your bundle over the threshold where Prime kicks in, then actually your price just went down. You increased your price, and to the end consumer, their end, what they're having to pay is lower. So it's a win-win. So
That's so true.
yeah, price in isolation. I mean, you have to look at that again. You'd have to look at that market more closely and see, okay, are there some premium sellers who are, selling at a higher price point? Sometimes it's difficult, if you're selling something really generic,
right.
It might be hard to go premium on that. But virtually in every space, there's an opportunity to, especially if you see, as you suggested, Seth, if you see in the reviews that the low-end products are getting a lot of complaints about quality or certain things that are really bugging them. If you come up with the right solution, it's a little more expensive, people will buy it because you're solving the problem that the cheaper one doesn't.
Yep, absolutely. And he's right on the bundling, guys. You save on shipping. It's a lot cheaper to have 2 of these shipped to you from China in a bundle than 1. Like, you save so much. Dr. Potato says, how do you really find products with a Maisel that is in a small niche, like you said? So, Dr. Potato, exactly what we did. We typed in the garden pebbles. We did it as a long tail keyword. We searched it. We looked at it. And then we started adding on other keywords. That's how you do it. So, the last video we did was Thursday, Dr. Potato. And Bob used the...
I don't know how you keep a straight face while you're saying that.
I keep hearing you go. So it's an awesome name, Dr. Potato, but it's just a funny name too. I can't help it. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Your name is throwing me off, Dr. Potato.
No, I threw you off. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You said this the Thursday session.
Oh yeah, in Thursday session, what Bob did is he talked about the bicycle pump, and then he remember he went from, he didn't say bicycle, he didn't say pump, he did bicycle pump. That's niche down. Then shock, done, and then that's niche down. You just keep going to sub categories until you find something that has still strong demand, but the competition is low. So if I start with speaker, I'm going to niche, that's too generic, too much demand, too much competition, not too much demand, too much competition. So I'm going to go down to Bluetooth speaker. Okay, that's a niche of a niche, right? It's a niche of, it's a subcategory. Now, here I might find the demand's super strong, but the competition's still too strong. So now I'm going to go down to portable Bluetooth speaker. Okay, now the competition is a little lower, and the demand's still high, but still the competition's too much. So now I'm going to go to waterproof Bluetooth portable speaker. Okay, now I found a pond where I can find some big fish. See how that works? That's how you do it, guys. You just start with big and you just keep narrowing down. And if you narrow down too far, then all of a sudden, guess what? There's not enough demand. So you have to come back up again. See, that's how you think about it. Polintero Polly says, I can ask a question. When you create your product list on Amazon and click on UPS for shipment, they add money, but you still need to organize with UPS or not. I'm going to guess at my answer because I don't totally understand the question, but I think what you're talking about is when you ship it out, I guess. You have to restate the question, Paul. I'm confused now. I don't know what you mean by adding money. You don't pay. I'll tell you this. If you do an FBM, fulfilled by merchant, where you're shipping it out, then you can set it up so the customer pays you when they buy it. But then you have to print off a label and pay for shipping to put it on the package. So let's say they pay you $3 for shipping, and you might only have to pay $2.25. You might make a little money off the shipping and put it on the package. So I hope that's helpful. Scott says, shock, that is an interesting keyword to research. BSR, ASAF, it stands for bestseller ranking. So basically, it's like in a race. You want to be number 1. You don't want to be number 100. So the lower the number, the better. So if you have a product that's ranking, 3,000, that's really good. It doesn't mean it's selling 3,000. It just means that's its ranking. It means if you were to take all the products in a category and each one is given a number from the best selling to the least, the lower the number, the better. And there are tools we teach you in our program how to understand BSR, to look at BSR so you know how many times it's selling. And Amazo actually does that for you automatically, which is super cool. No problem, Asaf. BSR is, yep, exactly. Thank you, Alexander, Sasha. I appreciate it, brother. Let me see. Does Amazo work for Spain? Not yet. Canada is next, I believe. Okay.
Yes, and we're working very hard on Canada right now.
Yes. Yep. My husband let me sleep. I feel like half my day is gone. Well, you probably needed this sleep. Okay, Jungle Scout is not as tailored to use as Amazo. So I'm very transparent. I think it's easier to use. And I'm saying this with Bob, one of the founders here. I'm be totally blunt with you. I think it's easier to use, but it's not accurate, period. I've had people get angry about me and cuss me out. Why are you mad when I tell you the truth? Like, come on. I've checked it. It's not accurate. That's my biggest problem with Jungle Scout, and I will say it again. It is not accurate. On the BSR, on the reviews, that's awesome. When it comes to the sales, it's not accurate. That's why I can't. The only thing I use it for, if I want, is I want a quick overview of what is the BSR or the reviews, and that's it. But when I look at the sales, I need something that I trust. That's why I'm interviewing Bob, because I trust what they do. Okay, going back up. Are the videos recorded? Yes, they're definitely recorded. Use Jungle Scout 2. Use it with Amazo, best of both worlds. Yeah, exactly, Amanda. The sales data is off, and that's dangerous. Like, even an advanced seller, I wouldn't want that. Just want to make sure I get all these. I heard, Augustus, that Jungle Scout fixed the sales numbers after the last comparison webinar. Several people immediately told me, they said, oh my goodness, you need to check it. The numbers are more realistic now. And if that helped, that is awesome. And thank you, Greg, for doing that. At the end of the day, you guys need tools that are accurate to help you succeed. I don't care how nice it looks. Who gives a fill it in with whatever word you want? What matters is that you have accurate data. That is how I've made money on Amazon. That is why I partner with people I trust, because when I see the data is accurate, I'll give you guys an example, okay? I'm just gonna go off on a limb here. There are some keyword tools out there that will pretend like the search volume you have is from Amazon. Well, I'm gonna burst the bubble. It's not. I'm just gonna be blunt. It's not. It's from Google. It's from DuckDuckGo. It's from Bing. It's from these other global search volume tools. So, for example, if Amazo was to say, hey, merchant words, those keyword searches are from Amazon. If they said that, I would say, no, they're not. And they're not. And Bob would tell you that. And Oleg told me that from the first day I met him. He helped me to understand that. Thank you, Oleg. But some out there, I've tested this. I've gone in pretending like to be a customer. It's really fun. And I'll sign up. And I'll say, hey, I was wondering, is this give me the search volume on Amazon? And they'll write back, yes. And I'll go, this is going to be fun. So then I'll ask all these innocent questions, keep asking, until finally they'll say, I went back and forth like 8 to 9 times with one company. Finally, they said, well, we get it from Google. And I'm thinking, man, why didn't you just tell me that from the beginning? Be honest, because if you're not honest, you're sabotaging yourself. You see? So why not just tell the truth? Whether it's good or bad, tell it to people so people can succeed. I'm a happier person. I can't sleep at night if I'm going to tell people, oh, do this, but it's not actually true. And so then there was other keyword search tools, Keyword Tool Dominator. I did not know Kyle from anywhere. Never knew him. And Kyle, if you're watching today, he's probably not watching today. He's busy, I know, but he's not paying me to say this. But Kyle, I asked him the same question I asked another Keyword Tool Dominator. I chatted in support. He didn't know me at all. And they were honest from the beginning. They said, you know what? We don't even do search volume because those are from Google. So what we do is autocomplete. That's more important. And he's exactly right. And I thought, boom, I trust you. Now let's join up. You see what I mean? That's how I do business. Okay, Bob, I'm done ranting, brother. Anything else you want to add? These things get to me sometimes, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that we came out on the right side of your Yeah. And you're honest, like you said, that, Jungle Scout is easier to use. We still need to work on that, and we're open. We know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our tool's not perfect, but we've really, the background of our team is in data and analytics, and there's sort of, I guess, there's certain there's it's very easy to mislead with data. You can or with statistics, you can make statistics out to look a certain way, and oh wow, that looks great, right? And it's sort of kind of it's an ethic that we have, that if we don't know, we tell you we don't know. It doesn't make us look good, but at least it's honest and it's telling you, sorry, we don't have that. And it's annoying to us too. I think, how are we going to we don't have enough data yet.
Well, you have the question mark, right? When the question mark comes up, instead of spitting out a number, it's a question mark. Why? Because we don't know. I'd rather there be an honest answer than, oh yeah, it's selling 20,000 times a day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Don says it's not the search data from Amazon. They don't release it. That's your keyword tool dominator video. Exactly. Yep. They do not release that publicly. Rusty says, hey, Seth, about keywords, how can I evolve in a long tail keyword? Where should I start? Focus at the start. Where to put this keyword? Just start with the most natural phrase, man. Just like, okay, I'm going to start with, studio umbrellas. Boom. Okay. And then start searching and digging. And it's kind of fun. It's like mining. You go out and you find one thing, then you find another. It's like a treasure hunt. And you just start building up, and you'll know after time. You're pretty much going to dive into that category and explore it. D. Dula says, how often do you wait 4 weeks before launching a product? Every time. Bogdan says, when can we have MAs out in Germany?
Germany is after Canada. Sorry, Australia, and actually several other markets, India
Mexico.
as well.
There's people in Mexico also saying Mexico would be amazing.
Yeah, no, Germany
that would be
is definitely
my preference, but yeah, don't do it for me.
As we talked too long on the last webinar, I live in Germany, so I'm very aware that I mean, it's a huge market here. I have actually several colleagues who work for Amazon, so know the opportunity. It's just that it's actually a little harder from a technical standpoint to do. So we're attacking Canada first. Yeah,
understandably. And my team will be very happy because we have quite a few Canadians on our team. So that's awesome. So there you go, Canadians. You guys are next. Asaph says, Bob, I would be happy to assist with UXI. That's user experience interface, right?
Yeah.
And product management experience for Amazal.
Send me an email, info@amazal.com, please.
There you go, info@amazal.com. And I'll type it in the chat here as well. And then Ray Turner says, this program says we get 3 research products only because with subscription program, we get 1 per month. Okay, so Ray, you're confusing 2 things. So in the silver subscription program with just one dime, keep in mind, just one dime and Amazal are 2 separate countries. We live in different countries, 2 different companies, all right? We don't have a business partnership. We may in the future, and if we do, I'll tell you guys about it. But we're teaming up with the bundle, okay? So you get 1 research product a month sent from our team to you. It's a product idea research. You still have to do more research to make sure something you want to sell, but we do the heavy lifting to help get you started, okay? What you're referring to is the other thing, the 3 research products, that's different. That is if you buy the bundle that we're offering, which is a one-time payment, and you get all this coaching for an entire year, and you get a Amazal subscription level, everything, basically. It's an insane package. I'll chat a link down there. Those are 2 different programs. If you wanted to switch to the bundle, you can. Just shoot me an email. Amanda says, I wish my private label product was actually selling what Jungle Scout is claiming. Yes, I understand. Antone says, Seth, I've been following your videos. Thanks to my wife for finding you for some time. I want to personally thank you for helping others. Antone, thank you, brother, and thank you for being here. There's no way Bob and I could do what we do without you guys, so thank you. Is Word Dominator in Amazal or on the web? It's on the web. It is not connected to Amazal, but you never know. France, someone's asking for France, Bob.
Oh, mon Dieu. France is also, it's, we'd love to have we're hiring more people so that we can work at this faster, because this is an obvious one. You know, the more markets, it's better for us from a financial standpoint, but it's also better for existing users, because, you know, if you have a hot product, then you should, you know, once you get that product mature on your home market, you should be looking at other markets, especially if you're in Europe. So yeah, we're really wanting to move that quicker, but France is after Germany. Sorry.
All right, guys. Don Johnson, that was crude, and I just blocked you. So you're not welcome if you're going to criticize people like that. Not cool at all. Jack Reacher says, Tom Cruise, I mean, Jack Reacher.
About my haircut?
No, it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes people get a little nasty. You know, it's safe behind a computer. But like, actually meet them in person. I wonder if they'd say that to your face. I'd love to meet you. Meet me in person. Now let's hear you say it. Jack Reacher, really good question. Can we talk about how or ways to get reviews when you first launch a product, please? We don't have time. I do have videos out on that. And if you join our team, we take you through the entire process, and you will have people who will buy and review your product for you. So you can get a lot of reviews on that. Got to run. Say, no problem, TJ. Nice to meet you. Has Bob ever done stand-up? He's pretty funny. The next show, he's doing stand-up. I'm going to host it, and he's doing it. So that is the next. I didn't know you guys do that. It's going to be a comedy. It'll be awesome. All right, guys.
Thank you. Okay, I guess it's a compliment.
This has been really fun. I shared this at the beginning. I'll share it one more time. It's only for this week. So this coming Thursday, like Thursday night, it's over. If you want a package deal where I and my team of 8 coaches, Bob and his whole Amaze Owl program, Keyword Tool Dominator, lawyer's advice, about over 300 people who can buy and review your product for you, potentially. You can't make them, but they often will because they want to help you out. And a ton more, over 3,000 reviewers lists on social media as well. 70 plus exclusive videos. I mean, everything you need to absolutely kick butt on Amazon, we do provide that. And this team, I will tell you, is like no team I've ever been a part of. It's a one-time thing. It's this week only, and it is a bundle payment. So you basically get 3 hours of live coaching every week for an entire year. And it doesn't matter what country you're in. We provide that. We have people from over 46, is it 47 now? It's 47 or 48 countries now who are on our team, selling around the world and succeeding. Our highest in members do 7 million a month. Our lowest in members just started. Just to give you perspective, we're working with all different kinds of people. This is what we do, and we're good at it. So if you want to be part of that, you're welcome to sign up. You have only until Thursday. And I'll chat it one more time. Give me 1 second. And there are some people in here who can tell you about it, who are on the team, who are here as well. So, hey, Reza, good to see you. Hey, Christine, good to see you guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me just say this one last thing. I was telling Bob this morning, I'll take off my glasses. Whoa, that's weird. Everything went a different color.
Okay. Your eyes are much smaller now.
Okay, I'll go back. So this is the last thing I want to tell you guys. I have never worked with a more incredible team in my life as the team with Just One Dime. If you go to the Facebook group, once you're in, you will see it, and people can testify, and you just scroll through. The compassion, the help, the interaction, the motivation, the wisdom, the experience. There's doctors and lawyers and photography editors, and just like there's people who speak Mandarin who help you if you need help with negotiating with someone who's in China. I mean, it's unbelievable. It is. I feel like this team, Bob, could take on the world. Like, let's start a revolution or something. I don't know what it would stand for other than passive income. But like, it's an amazing group. Like, seriously, I will go and look at the Facebook group, and my wife's like, I'm so happy. I'm like, read this. Like, this is so cool. It's really cool. It's like this massive family. It's not one of those groups where you sign up, you go become part of a Facebook group, and no one talks to you anymore. Like, what do I do? Well, watch some videos. It's not like that. People help you. They will help you. And they freely, and our coaches, you know what's so amazing about them? They just started helping people without me ever asking anything. Just like, hey, can I help you? Can I help you? What's the questions you have? Now, I don't want you to get unrealistic expectations. I'm not talking about one-on-one meetings. There's a program for that, and that's very time-consuming. I'm talking about in the Facebook group. You will get help, and it is awesome. So if you want to be part of this program, you're welcome to. If not, it's totally fine. This is free coaching, guys. We want to help you guys succeed. But if you think this will help you, there you go. Hey, you guys have been awesome. Bob, thank you so much for being here today on my show.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, Seth.
And guys, next week, stand-up comedy with Bob. Be ready for it.
The stand-up part, I can guarantee you. Here we go.
See, I'm telling you, it's there. You already got people laughing, man. You should see the chat right now.
All right.
All right.
Good.
See you, man. Take care.
Thanks
Bye.
a lot, Seth. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.